predicament I have been put into, huh? Hey everyone, TC here without Borge. Unfortunately, Borge is currently out and about. His journey with Mr. Yeti has taken him into far-off lands, and so unfortunately, this episode of Jammin will be only hosted by me. But you know what? The Jammin train is still going. We took a little break last week, so that way, you know, people could enjoy their festivities, you know, Borge and I included. You know, we wanted to have our little break. I wanted to have my little break so I could beat Dragon Quest 11, and well, I've been playing a lot of the Binding of Isaac lately, and I probably could have recorded this episode sooner, but I've gotten really hooked on that game. Anyway, I wasn't really too sure what the theming for this episode should be. I landed on just mentioning some songs from 2025 that I really liked and picking out my #1 favorite song from 2025. And I have quite a few songs on the rotation. A lot of them pretty interesting that cropped up. So first I'll start with the song Pink Potion by CXLDR3. I don't know if there's a way to pronounce that, but it's a very... I just love this song. It's great. I've never played Jet Set Radio, but it reminds me kind of like Jet Set Radio. And I remember I originally saw this video on my YouTube, and I liked the album art a lot because whenever I find pieces of art that I like, I'll, you know, save images of it, and so I can reference it back later because I like either the styling, and I love the little blue lady on the thumbnail. I was like, wow, I like the posing and I like the colors. I'm gonna save this for later, and I clicked on it and I was like, let me give this song a listen too, and I was like, oh damn, this shit bangs. And so that is a song that I had recently put onto my playlist. One that was a bit earlier on in the year, 404 by milkypossum. This is a song that I really liked from her album she released last year. And milkypossum, I figured out about milkypossum through Picayune Dreams. It's a bullet heaven, bullet hell roguelite. And I just love that game, and I love the soundtrack, and I was like, oh, this milkypossum person is pretty banger. I think I'll keep listening to their music, and listen around to her music. And from her album, let me pull up the name real quick. 7 Stages, that's the name of the album, 7 Stages. 404 stood out to me. And I was like, yeah, this one bangs. It's a regular song on my rotation. For the next song that I really liked of last year is a song by the artist Femtanyl, which is Body the Pistol. Only, again, released pretty later on, kind of like Pink Potion, later on in the year. I absolutely love Femtanyl's work. I know she's quite popular in the trans community. I really don't know how Femtanyl's work. Well, I kind of do know. I do like jungle and drum. Like, I know this one artist who I like named Venetian Snares. I think that's kind of how I first figured out about Femtanyl. I think I only figured out about Femtanyl 2 years ago. And so I feel like a bit of an imposter sometimes because I'm listening to this music and, you know, seeing all the fans there. You know, it's a bunch of trans fans, and I'm like, well, I'm not trans. I just like the music. But you know what? I love all my trans homies. So, and all of them can make really good music, because if you look at the next song on my, you know, list of songs that I liked last year is Love My Life, which is Femtanyl appearing on Danny Brown's new album, I don't think it's Starburst. I think Starburst is the name of one of the songs from there. No, yeah, I was incorrect. Stardust. There's a song on the album called Starburst, which is pretty good, but this Danny Brown album, I actually knew about Danny Brown for a while now. I figured out about Danny Brown through a song he did with Busdriver, and on that song, Aesop Rock is on there too. I'm a very big fan of Aesop Rock. And dude, Danny Brown he just fucking killed it on this album. I haven't listened to a lot of Danny Brown. This is the only full album I've listened to. I know a few songs here and there. I might flash like one of them on screen that I know of his, aside from, you know, the one with Busdriver and Aesop. But holy shit, dude, like, this album is really fucking good. And all the features on here, the underscores, the songs with underscores and the ISSBROKIE songs, those are the ones on my playlist. I like the composition of the, instrumentals. And it just blends, Danny Brown blends well with the lyrics, it's great music. Yeah. Love My Life, spelt 1LOV3 my L1FE. No, 3! Exclamation point. To continue on, Let You Down by Stomach Book. This artist, I actually knew about their song FUKOUNA Girl. I remember seeing it in like an art. I remember seeing it in like an art reel one time, and I was like, "Wow, that song's pretty cool." And I just forgot about it, and then later on, I found out about Stomach Book through Femtanyl and milkypossum, and I was like, "Hey, this person, that song looks familiar." I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, they released an album this year? Fuck yeah, bro!" And so their album Goodnight Hypnopomp. There's a lot of songs on there that I like, but I don't know, the song Let You Down, that song just entranced me. I was like instantly hooked whenever I first heard that song. It's the lyrics are great, it's very sorrowful lyrics, about, fucking up in a relationship, and the composition of the song, it's also decently long. I think it's like 7 or 6 minutes long. It's just a beautiful song. I really enjoy it. To follow up with a video game OST, Heaven Flies Before the Machine's Soul by Stavros Markonis from the Risk of Rain 2 Allied Collective DLC. As you heard me say earlier, I was playing The Binding of Isaac, but I am a very big, and Picayune Dreams, I'm a very big fan of roguelikes, and Risk of Rain 2 is one of my favorites. With the Allied Collective DLC dropping in 2025, I played the shit out of it. I enjoyed it a lot, and whenever I got to the secret boss being first off, the song before it, Delusional, that song, I was listening to that, and I was like, damn, dude, this might be my new favorite song from the Risk of Rain boss fights. Pretty much, first off, every single boss fight music from Risk of Rain is in my playlist. I love all of the boss music from the game. Of course, I love the regular OST too, but those boss songs it's just something different for me. But I got the Delusional, and I was like, man, this song bangs. And then, of course, doing the secret things with the cerebellum and a key, you unlock the secret hidden boss, and I got into the area, and the beginning climb of the music as you climb up the pillar through the little electronic spiral thing, and you get up there, and then you start the boss fight, and the music just explodes and goes off. I was like, holy shit, this is my new favorite Risk of Rain song, and yeah, easily took the spot for my new favorite Risk of Rain song in the OST. And now on to the final song, which I would say of 2025, it was my favorite song of the year, is Unbelievable Shenanigans by Aesop Rock. This song is beautiful. I mean, just it's truly a remarkable song. I mean, the album that dropped, Black Hole Superette, that was the album that dropped last year, and all the songs on that album are great, but Unbelievable Shenanigans, I remember when I was first listening to this album, it was quite late at night, and I was listening to it, and then it got to that last song, and I've noticed Aesop Rock has this thing. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just the way Aesop does things, but whenever I listen to his music, the last songs, they tend to be very emotionally charged, heavily songs, usually with sorrow. What comes to mind is like Go for Guts and Abandoned Malls. Those two beats, they're very, somber, and they're, maybe not downtrodden is the best word, but it just kind of instills you with this feeling of, sorrow. It instills into me a feeling of longing more so with all these songs, especially with Unbelievable Shenanigans. It's a song that's talking about your memory and the things you remember, and as you grow older, all those things, becoming further and further distant from you, and looking back on all that stuff, and how it's just a song that's very appreciative of life and the experiences you go through, and It is a remarkable song. The composition is amazing. The flute that's present throughout the song, and the very, mellowed out drums in there, and the piano. Oh my goodness, it's perfect for me. Unbelievable Shenanigans is a perfect song from that album. And I'm not gonna rank any of the other songs only because Borge isn't here, and it's usually us ranking each other's music. But first off, I mean, pretty much every single one of these songs is an absolute banger. But I feel as if Unbelievable Shenanigans is on a whole nother level. And am I going to draw an asset that says whole nother level? Yes, and I will put it in one of my future videos. I don't really feel like drawing it right now. This is a short episode of Jammin. I thank you all for showing up, and hopefully next time I can get Borge on, and if not, then, well, too bad. Oh, damn. You know what? I just realized now we're not going to have the little thing at the end where Borge makes his little bat noise, So, I mean, I guess I'll have to do it.
Potato conditions.